We start with the effect of force. 8.2 effect of force. Okay, so we know that we cannot see force with our naked eyes, but we know that force is there. Ataupun kita tahu force tu wujud berdasarkan from the effects of force. Good. Daripada kesan-kesan force. So today we are going to learn what are 5 effects of force. Okay, apa 5 kesan force? Okay, just like the one that discovered force. Who is the person that discovered force? Do you still remember? Yes, Sir Isaac Newton. So, yes, good. So how does Sir Isaac Newton discover force? Yes, apple jatuh ke bawah. So the situation where the apple falls from the tree is the effect of force. So by knowing that the apple falls from a tree, daripada tree jatuh ke bawah tanah, so Sir Isaac Newton discover the gravitational force. Maksudnya dia tahu bahawa ada sesuatu daya yang bertindak ke atas apple tersebut menyebabkan apple tersebut jatuh ke tanah. Okay, so the first orang yang pertama discover force pun dapat tahu adanya force berdasarkan effect force tu. So hari ni kita nak tengok apakah efek-efek force yang lain selain daripada yang Sir Isaac Newton dah discover. Okay, alright, so we will start. Oh, yang ni yang tadi. This is the one that we have discussed. Force cannot be seen. Kita tak boleh tengok force. Okay, we cannot see force. Force cannot be seen. Okay, so how to prove its existence? Kita dah bincangkan tadi from Sir Isaac Newton. Okay, Sir Isaac Newton pun discover from when apple fall. Why? Fall from the tree. Oh my god. So, the effects of force can be felt. Kita boleh rasa the effect of force. We can see, we can feel the effects of force. So, when a force acts on an object, the force can change. Okay, this is the 3 things that force can change. Okay, force can change the shape, the size, and the motion of the object. Siapa tahu apa maksud motion? Yes, pergerakan. Good, good. Thank you. So, motion adalah pergerakan objek. So, apabila sesuatu daya dikenakan ke atas objek, when a force acts on an object, okay, daya itu dapat mengubah shape, bentuk, size dan juga pergerakan objek tersebut. Okay, so let's see. The first one. The first effect of force that we should know that force can move a stationary object. Apa maksud stationary? Do you know what stationary mean?
Objek yang pegun.
Pegun, yes. Tidak bergerak. Okay, pegun. Stationary object adalah objek pegun ataupun objek tidak bergerak. Okay. Bukan alat tulis, okay. Tidak bergerak. So, apabila daya dikenakan ke atas sesuatu objek yang tidak bergerak, let's say for example this ping pong ball, okay? Kita ada bola ping pong ni. At first, the ping pong ball is stationary. Dia stay dekat tempat dia dekat sini. So, apabila daya dikenakan, okay, when force is act on the object, okay, contohnya orang ni tolak ke arah kanan. So, objek ni tadi is now moving. The object is now moving. So, apabila daya dikenakan, the first thing that we can see is the object can move. Okay, daripada stay satu tempat, the object can now move around. Sama lah juga macam if kita ada bola dekat sini, we have a ball here. The ball is stationary at first. Okay, they're stationary at first. And then a boy come and kick the ball. So, a force is applied on the ball. So the ball mengenakan daya ke atas bola tersebut. So the ball move forward ataupun the ball move upwards. Okay, so the thing is, the first effect of force is it can move a stationary object. Senang, okay? Do you have any question here?
No.
No, okay, good. Good, thank you very much for responding. Okay, the next one. The second effects of force is it can stop a moving object. Kalau macam tadi daripada stationary, dia jadi bergerak. Okay, so the second one, when we apply force, okay, kita apply force on a moving object. Objek ni bergerak, tapi kita ada apply force. Kita stopkan sesuatu. Dan objek itu boleh berhenti bergerak. Okay, so this is the force that is applied. So objek tu berhenti bergerak. Okay, force is applied dekat sini and the object stop moving. So force boleh movekan stationary object and force can also stopping a moving object. Ini senang sahaja. Kita tengok. Senang je. Boleh senang faham sangat. If you have any question, you can just ask, okay? The next one, the third effect of force. Okay, the third effect of force, it can change. First one, the speed of an object that is in motion. Okay, tadi dia boleh bergerak kan? Daripada stop, bergerak. Daripada bergerak, stop. Now, yang bergerak, laju, contohnya laju, tiba-tiba jadi slow. Ataupun daripada slow, tiba-tiba jadi laju. Force can do that as well. Okay, force, okay, cumanya it depends on the direction. Okay, if the force from the opposite direction, maksudnya objek itu bergerak ke arah kanan, tapi force itu dikenakan ke arah kiri, so opposite direction, it will slow down an object. Okay, dia akan memperlahankan objek tersebut. Okay, but if the force from the same direction, okay, objek ni bergerak ke kanan, force ini pun dikenakan ke arah kanan. So same direction. So it can speeds up an object. Okay. Sama juga macam dalam football. It comes from the left. Okay, kalau orang tu receive and apply force to the right, to the left, dia akan slow down the speed of the ball. If the ball is moving and a boy apply force in the same direction of the moving ball, it will speeds up the speed of the object. Senang tak nak faham? Boleh fahamkan setakat ni?
Boleh.
Boleh, ha? Alright, good. The next one, the fourth effects of force. Fourth effects of force is it can change the direction of motion of an object. Okay, tadi objek yang bergerak tadi, dia boleh lajukan atau perlahankan. Now, it can also change the direction. Okay, arah pergerakan objek tersebut. Okay, let's say, this ping pong ball bergerak mula-mula ke arah kanan. Okay, but suddenly there are force applied. Okay, ini adalah force yang applied daripada arah ke depan ni ke belakang. Suddenly, the direction of the ball bertukar. Dia belok ke arah lain pula. Instead, kalau tak, dia sepatutnya pergi terus kan? Tapi disebabkan ada force yang apply dekat tengah-tengah ni, dia berjaya change the direction of the object. Okay, sama juga macam dalam football. Sekali lagi dalam football, okay, the ball is moving, okay, in this direction. Kalau this boy tak kenakan any force dekat dia, the ball will go towards the same direction. But then a force is applied dekat ball tu menyebabkan the ball now changing direction. Okay? Okay, when we are talking about force, okay, can you list down the 3 characteristics of force that we've learned last class? The first one?
The first one is frictional force.
No, not the type of force. The characteristic of force.
Characteristic of force. The force have Newton direction.
Satu-satu. Ada 3 yang kita belajar last week. The characteristic of force. The first one is
Has magnitude.
has magnitude and direction, kan? Magnitude, direction, and another one. Yang satu lagi apa? Yang from your notes.
1 kg equals to 10 N. 10 Newton.
Is it that one? Yes, it also have point of application. Yes, good. Point of application. Okay, so when we are talking about force, okay, you can see that we always shows it direction. So, when we are talking about force, bila kita nak bercakap tentang force, you should always use arrow. Okay, use arrow because when I'm marking your homework from last class, some of you or maybe half of you did not draw the photo. Okay, so when you didn't draw the photo, you don't use arrow to show the direction of the force. Okay, when we want to show the direction of the force, we cannot just simply say oh to the left or to the right. Okay, kita tak selalunya cakap in words. We always show it with arrow. Okay, so when we use paragraph, please use arrow to show the direction of the force. Okay, awak kena tunjukkan force tu bergerak ke arah mana. Okay, so the usage of arrow is very important. So I am reminding you guys, so please use arrow to show the force. Okay, so bila when we show force using arrow, kita boleh show its direction. And we can also show its magnitude when we write down the value of the force. Let's say 10 Newton. So we know that the force that applied in that direction, in this direction is 10 Newton. Macam tu. Okay, so please remember to use arrow. And please remember to draw the picture as well when we are talking about force. Okay. And the last one, the effects of force is it can change the shape and size of an object. Okay, kalau kita ambil the example of the ping pong ball balik tadi, okay, bila kita gunakan daya yang sangat kuat, katakan kita ambil hammer, kita ketuk dekat ping pong ball tu, it can dented. Okay, the ping pong ball boleh jadi dented. Okay, lekuk macam ni. Sebabkan the force that is applied is very strong. Sama juga macam a ball. Okay, kalau orang bola, if you use a very strong force, you can change the shape of the ball. Okay, tapi kalau force yang awak guna tu perlahan je, dia tak dapatlah ubah. But we can see the effects of the force when you use the considerable amount of force. We can see the effects of force. We can see that the force can change the shape and size of the object. Okay. So, let's recap. So, this is what we've learned in this class today. There are 5 effects of force. First, it can move a stationary object. Second, it can stop a moving object. Third, it can change the speed of an object that is in motion. It can also change the direction of the motion of an object. And it can also change the shape and size of an object. Okay, so bila kita dah tahu the effects of force, you have to know the 5 effects of force and you also have to identify. Okay, you also need to be able to identify which effect of force is shown in a certain situation. For example, the question will give you a situation. So you have to identify in that situation what is the effects of force shown in the situation. For example, katakan kan dia the the picture show this picture. Okay, shows this picture. And then the question asks you to identify the effect of force. So you have to know that this picture does not shows that picture ni tidak menunjukkan the shape of the ball change. Adakah shape of the ball change? No. So this is not the effect shape of object change. Adakah picture ni tunjuk force can stop a moving object? Does this picture shows that the force can stop a moving object?
No.
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 Okay, tak kena, tidak kena dengan situasi tersebut. So you always have to identify dalam situasi ni what are the effects of force shown. Okay, so I hope you understand it well and you can identify the effects of force well. Okay, so in order to do that, do you have any question with our effects of force that we have learned today? Any question? Any question? Any question, class?
No.
No question.
No.
Okay, so to test your understanding, I will give you another quizzes for you to do about this topic, effect of force. But before that, can we please discuss our formative practice 8.1? Okay, I know some of you already hand in the work and I already written it to you from Google Classroom. But if we can see it together for one last time, you can mark it yourself dekat on your notebook for those that haven't handed in their exercise. Wait Boleh tak kita bincang dulu sekejap for like 5 minutes? 5 minutes macam tu? Okay, good. 5 minutes and then kita buat quizzes and then we will be done with our class. Can everyone see the question?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, so number 1, name the force acting in each of the following situation. A bungee jumper jumping. What is the force that act on the bungee jumper? What is the name of the force?
Elastic.
The force that act on the person. Yang bergerak, yang bertindak ke atas the person. Yes, gravitational force. Okay, so can you see my arrow here? My cursor. Okay, so this is, but what?
Small.
Oh, small. I cannot use my. I cannot use my pen here sebab saya tengah guna another device. But Sekejap je. Mana? Okay, cursor. Mana cursor tadi? Alright, my cursor. So the force that is acting on the person that is doing the bungee jumping is towards ke bawah, kan? And the force is gravitational force. So apa yang menyebabkan this person jatuh ke bawah? It is because of the gravitational force. let's say kalau ada juga yang jawab elastic force and saya bagi betul. Because apabila orang tu dah sampai ke bawah and when the rope that is tied to the bungee jumper stretch, dia akan menarik semula orang tu ke atas. So waktu tu what are the force that act on the bungee jumper? It is the elastic force. Boleh faham tak? The difference. Can you understand the difference? Okay, yeah. So it depends on the situation. Kalau waktu dia jatuh ke bawah, the force that is acting besarnya mostly is gravitational force. Bila dia naik ke atas balik sedikit is because of the elastic force. That's why I accept the elastic force answer as well. Okay? Okay, good. B. Bicycle moving on rough surface. Dia kata bicycle moving. So bila move, an object move and in contact with a surface, selalunya apa force yang akan wujud? Apa force that?
Frictional force.
Yes, frictional force. And you must remember, frictional force is always the opposite of the direction of the force. Let's say if this kid dia bergerak ke depan kan? Dia bergerak ke depan. So the frictional force punya direction is ke belakang. So frictional force is always opposite the force that is acting. Okay. Ada juga yang jawab normal force. Okay. Why I didn't accept normal force? Okay, saya tak accept normal force because this boy, dia cakap dekat dalam ni, situation cakap the bicycle moving. Dia tak kata the boy ataupun bicycle ni stay dekat situ saja. Kalau stay dekat situ saja, then I can accept normal force and gravitational force. Okay, so it always depends on the situation. Okay, see, hot air balloon floating in the air. So everything that floats, apa force yang akan act on the object yang kita belajar? What are the force acting on the object, on the hot air balloon?
Weight.
Okay, weight. Okay, kalau weight, the force weight tu which direction?
Ke bawah.
Ke bawah. Okay, good. Ke bawah. So dia lebih sesuai apabila situation tu cakap the hot air balloons start descending, start menurun ke bawah. Okay, so kita boleh cakap weight ataupun gravitational force. It is correct, but it is not tepat. Okay, so yang paling tepat is what? Another force yang the direction upwards. Apa direction? Apa force yang act upwards?
Gravitational.
Upwards, gravitational downwards. Apa? Another one?
Normal force.
Ada tadi. So a girl. Siapa tadi? Tak dengar. Can you speak louder? Yes, good. Buoyant force. So dalam situation ini, buoyant force, okay, dia act upwards. That's why the hot air balloon floating. Dia floats dekat udara. Tapi kalau dia kata, let's say, dia kata the hot air balloons descending, tengah turun ke bawah. So the forces that act on the hot air balloon yang paling banyak adalah gravitational force ataupun weight. Okay, it depends on the direction as well. Alright, have any question dekat sini? Ada lagi tak soalan? Kenapa macam, cikgu kenapa saya buat ni salah? Ada tak nak tanya?
No.
No, Alright, clear. Number 2, photograph 2 shows a man pushing a car. Show the direction. Okay, dalam soalan ni, dia suruh show two things. The first one, dia suruh show direction of the pushing force. And the second one, dia suruh show the point of application of force. So, the direction of pushing force adalah ke arah orang tu tolak lah kan? Ke depan. Okay, so you have to use arrow. So, this one, to answer this question, you have to use arrow on the picture ataupun on the photograph. You cannot just say to the left ataupun to the right. Okay, because the question clearly say on the photograph. So, lukislah sikit dekat dalam buku awak. Okay, and then draw the arrow. It's to push push forward lah. Okay, and then the second one, apa dia suruh tunjuk? Dia suruh tunjuk the point of application. So, the point of application is here. Okay, dekat tangan orang tu dengan dekat persentuhan di antara the hand and the boot of the car. Okay, so many of you get it right this one, so tak ada masalah. Cumanya some of you tertinggal untuk show the point of application, ataupun some of you didn't use arrow to show the direction of the pushing force. Okay, last one, number 3. Number 3. Number 3 is the photograph warna kecilnya. Oh. Okay, number 3, the photography shows a football being kicked by a player. Okay, dia kata football being kicked, maksudnya telah disepak lah ataupun sedang disepak oleh seorang pemain bola. Name the force involved in this situation and then show the direction of the forces on the photograph. So, like the Newton third law says, when ada satu action force that act on an object, akan ada satu lagi reaction force with the same magnitude but different direction. So you have to draw 2 arrows sebenarnya. Bukan. Mula-mula name the force. So the force is action force and reaction force, ataupun awak nak namakan pushing force and frictional force. Both are correct. Okay. Pushing force and frictional force is a specific force, yang lebih spesifik lah. But if you write down action and reaction force pun, it's okay, betul. Okay, and then they suruh show the direction. Again, when the question asks you to show the direction, you must use arrow. So one arrow bergerak ke arah sana, ke arah sepakan. So that is action force ataupun pushing force. And another one is satu lagi arrow yang opposite of the force tadi, iaitu frictional force ataupun reaction force. Okay, any questions there? No questions. Betul semua dah habis, tak ada soalan dah? No more question? Okay, if you don't have any more questions, okay, I will give you a link for quizzes for this subtopic, and like as usual, please do the quizzes and then screenshot the marks that you get and upload it in your class WhatsApp group so that I can take your participation force. Okay, so before you leave this Google Meet, please write down your name. Please write down your class first, your class and name in the chat box before you leave. Okay, after you write down your class and name, you can leave the Google Meet, and then I will give you your quizzes link in your group WhatsApp. Okay, so we will continue in our WhatsApp group. Okay, you can leave and write down your name and leave the Google Meet now. Thank you.